all good.
We're here today on Saturday morning at Camp Verde with Kim Conley. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful day down here.
So what are you currently training for, and what's the plan of attack for the day?
So I have New York Half Marathon next weekend, then Cherry Blossom after that, and then BAA 5K after that. So today is like an underdistance stimulus before the half marathon, shorter, faster, and just here to make me feel good. I mean, I do a workout like twice a week, and it really varies. The last workout I did was at marathon pace. I've done a lot of work at half marathon pace in this build up. Today's going to be more like 10K and faster.
What is today's workout?
It's 5 sets of 800, 300. The 800's around 230, and the 300's just faster.
Are you in heavy training right now? About how many miles a week are you running?
Like in the 90s.
All right. And then when did you switch kind of like to road racing from, you used to be like a 5K on the track. When did you kind of transition?
Right now. Basically, I mean, all the road races were gone for a long time during the pandemic. So I stuck with the track, but I've been ready to move up and onto the roads, and so that time is now.
It's been a while since your last race, a couple months, I'd say. Are you kind of itching to get back out there on the roads and start this transition period?
Yeah, I did two. So I was battling plantar fasciitis last spring, and then so kind of like off lower mileage, ran 2 5Ks in the fall on the roads, and that was really fun. Kind of like helped me turn a corner, and now I've had a really solid block of training leading up into these road races.
What's kind of the goal just for New York, the next race up?
Well, it's a really good field. I feel like a top 10 finish would be a good goal. It's not a course I would go worry about time at all, so because it's just a slower course. So I really just want to go be competitive and put myself in the mix.
All right, thank you for having us out here today.
Yeah.
What makes you all have like your all's workout schedule on Wednesday and Saturday? It's typical is normally probably Tuesday, Friday.
Yeah,
I know. I'm a little off. Well, we often will do an 8-day cycle with 2 recovery days after the long run before the next workout.
Okay.
So that pushes everything by a day every week. So it's not even necessarily Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Saturday. It changes every week, basically.
What's the warm-up?
15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes.
There's not much wind, it's kind of nice.
I know, this is amazing. This is the Alpha Fly.
What made you go with that after running with New Balance for so long?
Because of the way people are performing in them.
I mean.
So I had to try, and they are pretty amazing. I have the Vaporfly also, but these just kind of feel like springs.
Can't argue with results.
I know.
So you're gonna be doing the workout with her?
I'll take her out for about half of the 8, and then just to set the tone on the 300s, but that's about all I'm good for. We'll see, I'll have to tap in. We'll switch flip. I'll take the camera and you can...
We're here with Drew Wartenburg, coach and husband of Kim. You have a unique situation. What's that kind of like?
It's the best mostly, and maybe I guess you could say a little bit of the worst. I think by now Kim and I've been working together for so long that it's kind of like having 2 coach brains in the house, which is the best of all worlds. We collaborate on a lot of what she does in terms of, she's able to articulate what she feels like she needs, and then workouts can generate from there. I guess, tongue-in-cheek saying it's also the worst is, brains are always on. I think runner brains are like that. So, sometimes we can outthink ourselves, but it's a good situation in terms of being able to have eyes on all aspects of training and recovery, and yet, you know, there are times when we put it away, and you turn on college basketball, and you know, it's not like we're talking about her training 24/7. So it's a good gig.
What's it like kind of having access to her 24/7, which most coaches don't have with their athletes?
Yeah, I mean, I think if overthinking it or overanalyzing it, you know, we could probably drive each other up a wall. But you know, it's one of those things where I can be the gentle voice of reminding when we need to do something that's recovery oriented. And by the same token, you know, Kim is good about staking out time that's hers in terms of whether that's doing her own coaching, you know, and just having kind of downtime. So, you know, and we also are able to fit our life around running in a way that works, rather than trying to jam running into, you know, to the spaces that a coach has availability, which, you know, is obviously the way most people do it. But for us, you know, our system works all the way to the end. Did you see where the 8 ended?
Yeah.
We'll cover halfway back, so by the basketball hoop.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there to that cone that are
cool.
What's the kind of like objective behind this workout?
I guess we're 8 days out from New York Half. This is just to get the legs turning over, feeling good, putting a little pop back in. Can't get any fitter now for a half or for anything, so it's just about feeling good. And sometimes I say, you know, training for a long race, you just sort of have to hold an athlete underwater and then pull them up a week or two out. So we're doing that. Kim's mileage has been pretty high, and so this is to feel good, run fast, and then put it away, really. Do no harm in the process, ideally.
Is New York kind of a big race on her radar, or is it just kind of a race just to get a race in?
Anytime you go to New York, it's a big race. I mean, the environment, regardless of what the event is, whether it's, you know, the 5K in November, or the marathon, or the half, going to New York is a running fishbowl, and all eyes are on New York. So in that sense, it's a big race. But it's a return to the half. It's been years since Kim ran a half, so we've also really talked about racing the course. It's a difficult course. Kind of got a funky 180 in the first couple miles, you know, the hill, bridge. So going in, sort of cracking the season open, and then looking to move forward from there.
Are you kind of excited for her for this transition to road racing now?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably it was delayed, I think, by the pandemic, coming off of Rio, and then, you know, the year or two after that, we talked a lot about moving to the roads and to the marathon, and then at the end of 19, you know, everything took kind of a weird turn, and then we ended up just saying we're going to stay on the track for the Tokyo cycle. So this has been a long time coming, and roads are different, but it's a lot of new. You know, Kim's always raced the roads, but now it's being the focus. It's exciting.
Is she gonna do any more track races this spring, or just?
We don't have any on schedule. We've talked about, you know, if it fits, just going out and doing a track race with no pressure, or not trying to chase a qualifying time, which it gets, you know, creates a weird mentality, and I think that happened, you know, in 20 and 21 with the postponement, and then the standards were stiff and track races were hard to come by. So if there's a race that fits, wouldn't rule it out, but we haven't really circled any dates on the calendar.
Will you double today, or is this it?
No, I'll do double.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you got later on?
He just rides double. So I mean, I tell myself it can be anything from 20 minutes to 5 miles, and usually it's neither. It's like 4 miles or 30 minutes, something like that.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, Kim. All right.
say we're gonna do 3 or 400 meters recovery.
We'll go with 3.
Okay.
Or, no, sorry. 4. Starts with the basketball league.
Oh yeah.
And then so we'll just go to the second to the last one. Good. Carry it through.
How'd that first set feel?
Oh, nice.
What pace is this? You say this is half marathon pace, or?
No, I said it was 10K and faster, but that was definitely faster than 10K. I could only dream of running a 10K that fast. So we'll call it around 5K, I guess.
This recovery, is it timed, or is this?
When she's ready.
Yeah.
Good.
How do you like doing this type of workout on the road rather than the track?
I think I like it better. There's something more confining about the track. Like I'm trying to hit pace like really evenly, whereas out here I just run hard. I don't really like worry about it as much.
You can also tell them the harder track version of this workout.
Yeah, that's true. When we do this exact workout on the track, we start at 230 and we cut down every 800 and end at 220. Today we're keeping them all at 230. So it's only easier today.
What'd you hit those first 2 in?
228.
Is that just water, or do you have some sort of mix in it?
It's Gatorade, yeah.
Gatorade.
Limon pepino. It's the best flavor. Both of those are 53.
Okay.
But yeah.
Want to go left of these guys?
What's that?
Want to go left of these guys?
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's all good. Just with 400 to go, I was like, okay, this workout is starting to burn.
Yeah, okay.
And then when it was 225, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
nice. Different perspective now.
Go this lane?
Yeah, I'll stay right.
Hold in.
Yep.
Are you starting to feel tougher, or are you kind of getting more dialed in, you think?
More dialed in. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, the 300s just feel like long strides. It's nice. The 800s they burn a little in the last 200.
There we go. Good. 74. There we go. Good?
Good? Back to 228.
Yeah, slowed the first half down.
Yeah.
Hit 228 again.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. It's a really good workout to do. Just different jolt.
Yep. What was that last one? 300.
52.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Good. Nice and crisp. Good. Good.
Is this the last one?
Yeah. It's going by fast.
What's the total mileage of this workout? Be like
5,500 meters.
55. You did a 2-mile warm-up,
Yeah.
and what would your cool down be?
Like a mile and a half.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. Here we go. Crisp. Oh, get out. There you go, right in there. All the way up. Good. That one fast. Oh, okay. That was good.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty perfect, close to perfect workout.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice.
So post-workout, are you pleased with that workout? Did it go as expected?
Yeah, it's the 800s. I wrote a 228 to 232 range and just said let's see how they feel. I think all of them were at the faster end, if not too fast on that one that I kind of got out. But today was about feeling good, and we weren't trying to crunch splits or the recovery. So to come away from this one feeling like Kim spun the wheels, and then goes into next week and we freshen up a bit, that was the goal accomplished.
Well, will she have a similar workout next week?
Next week we'll probably do, I can't remember what I've sketched out. There'll be a mile in there at sort of half marathon effort, just to sort of get the feel and the rhythm of that pace, and then something short and quick to end on, just to sort of keep the juices flowing. Again, do enough work to keep the body used to the load, but to stay fresh. Kim, we've made the mistake before of backing off too much on a race week, and when the volume drops too much, and then the workload, sometimes Kim can feel a little stale. So we'll work enough and run enough miles just to go in, at a 75-80% of a normal week, and then fly out of here. She flies out on Thursday and get into New York, deal with the time change, and get ready to go.
All right, thank you. Good luck on Saturday.
Sure, thanks.
Post-workout with Kim, how'd you feel with that workout?
It was good. It was fun. I've done so much work getting ready for the half marathon. This was short and fast and just made me feel good.
Is this your first half marathon?
Second. The last one was in 2015, so it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
What are some kind of big goals for you this year?
Yeah, really, I just want to get out on the roads and race a lot this spring, and then hopefully I'll be able to put a fall marathon on the schedule.
Are you looking to get a sponsorship still, or are you just kind of doing your own thing?
Yeah, my agent is having those conversations for me, so hopefully something will come together.
So you're a two-time Olympian. Not many people can say that. What did your path to the Olympics kind of look like?
Well, when I graduated from college, my PR was about a minute slower than the Olympic standard. So I wasn't someone that was signing a contract with anybody or that anybody thought, was going to contend to ever make an Olympic team. But I was just focused on the process, and my first goal was trying to break 16 in the 5K. And then once I did that, I just kept setting, more goals, trying to get faster and faster. And eventually I was within a few seconds of running the Olympic standard, and that was in 2012. So it was everything just kind of came together over time at the right time. And then at the Olympic trials in 2012, I PR'd by another 5 seconds, and that got me under the Olympic standard by 0.21.
Well, what would you say is the defining moment or the turning point of your career? Because in college, you said you never made an NCAA championship. To a couple years later, you're making the Olympics. What kind of flipped the switch for you?
Well, I wouldn't say there was a switch along the way. It really was just that incremental process. But then the big defining moment was at the Olympic trials in 2012. I knew I could PR by 5 seconds to get that Olympic standard. I didn't know that I would in that race. And then in the process, I got third. And so that, having all that come together in that moment where I got the Olympic standard, I finished third at the trials, I made the Olympic team in a really kind of shocking and unexpected moment. That was definitely, what opened the doors to the rest of my professional running career.
What was it like at the Olympics, the level of competition? So from high school to college, there's a huge gap. From college to pro, is there a big gap kind of from your everyday pro race to the Olympic racing?
Oh yeah, for sure. In order to make that Olympic team, I ran 15:19. That was a PR. But I knew that I was in the ballpark of being competitive on the national level at that time. And then I got to London and I PR'd by another 5 seconds, and I was 12th in my heat and didn't make it to the final. And it was just a totally different level of competition there.
What would you say is the most memorable moment at the Olympics? Your favorite part of it?
It was walking in the opening ceremonies. The way I made the Olympic team was just so shocking and thrilling that it was kind of felt like I was just riding this whirlwind of emotion leading up to it. And then walking in those opening ceremonies, or 80,000 people packed in the stands in London, and it was just so loud. And I'd never really dreamed of going to the Olympics. I just didn't think I was somebody on that level. It's just something I'd always watched on TV, and I always watched the opening ceremonies. And so to then be an athlete down on the track, in the middle of the moment, that's when it really hit me that I was actually there and I was going to get to compete.
So now that you're kind of road racing, what event would you say, if you're going to go to the Olympics, would you say you're aiming towards?
Well, hopefully the marathon. I made my marathon debut in 2016, and it was very hard and humbling. But I'm ready to kind of fully embrace it now, and turn my attention to that. And so I hope that between now and 2024, I can make a lot of progress in that event.
Switching over now, you're one of the coaches for McCurdy Trained. How long have you been doing that, and how's being on the opposite side of running kind of like, or being the runner?
Yeah, it's been a great experience. When I first graduated from college, I was coaching at UC Davis, and I stepped back after my career really took off because I felt like I wasn't doing either job as well as I could. But coaching like remotely online fits a lot better with being a professional runner, and so James brought me on board at the end of last year, and I've been having so much fun. I really enjoy getting to know all my athletes, and seeing them kind of like strive for their goals and helping them get there is really satisfying. So it's been a really good experience so far.
What age level do you coach, or is it all everything?
It's all adults. It's over 18.
All right. Well, thank you for having us out here today. I appreciate it, and good luck at New York.
Thank you.